Hello, everyone! Just a couple of minutes ago, the new episode of Skibidi Toilet Zombie Universe has been finally released. And yes, I know, guys, that we have to act according to the plan, and today we have episode 8 coming up. But I decided to please you a little and analyze this novelty as soon as it went online, and I hope you will like this idea more. So, if you're ready to see a full-scale invasion of the zombie army at headquarters and find out what Titan SPEAKERMAN looks like after turning into a zombie, put all your business aside for the next 10 minutes and trust me, today I will analyze the 9th episode of Skibidi Toilet Zombie series for you, and then I will show you all the secrets and Easter eggs that will certainly blow your brain. Why does Gman no longer need the X-18 cannon to transform into a god? Whose secret face appeared for just a moment when the POV took out the tablet? And why did the POV decide to save the life of a toilet with a bald head again? Get your tea and snacks ready, and watch this video to the end, because it will definitely be the best thing that you will watch today. Let's go! So, the episode is already here on your screens, and at the very beginning you see Titan SPEAKERMAN, and the bro asks the POV to stay away, and at that moment you can notice how his hand starts to shake. That's a very bad sign, man, because you know that shaking is the main indication of that the virus has gotten into the body of a doer. And the same thing happened to the cameraman from episode 6, and then again in episode 7. The Titan also seems to realize this, and it looks like he wants to destroy himself. But the infection spreads too fast, and at the very last moment the infected arm prevents our blood from self-destruction, and it pulls the shot aside. Of course, this scene is a reference to the 67th episode of the original series by Boom, where Titan Cameraman was also going to destroy himself. But at the last moment he was saved by his little brother, Titan SPEAKERMAN. But unfortunately, in this universe everything is not so fun, actually, and Titan SPEAKERMAN still turned into a zombie. His gloves on his hands are gone now, and you can see what his hand has really turned into. It looks rotten, and has changed its color to green. Sharp spikes have started to grow all over his hand, and the two huge tusks have appeared on his head, making him look similar to a walrus. Also, under the speaker appeared something like a mouth with sharp teeth, and it looks very creepy. His entire suit is partially torn, and 2 speakers are missing near the core. Also, the core itself is completely covered in spikes or something like that. Okay, an old friend starts yelling at the POV and pulls his filthy hands in your direction, but luckily enough, G-Man comes to the rescue once again. And oh my god! Buddy, you came here just in the right time! Jimmy's whole body is covered with different kinds of enhancements, and as you know from episode 7, he needed the X-18 gun in order to actually do this. It all becomes clear when the POV starts taking a closer look at this blood now. He has some sort of a secret device on his barrel, and it's called X-18, and also has a similar charging indicator as the gun from the lab. Besides, there's another Mark 1-inch on top, and it seems like this device is the first version to be enhanced in the future. This time, in terms of the improvements, G-Man has gotten 2 robotic arms, but last time there was just 1 robotic arm, and the other one had huge cannons with turret attached to it. I don't know why these versions of the enhancements are different here, but maybe Jimmy is able to change these modes and turn both of his arms into whatever he wants. And if you look closely at his neck, then you will be able to see the X-18 inscription once again. And it seems like our blood is going to destroy the zombie Titan. But the POV gets a message on the tablet saying that the main objective is not to destroy the Titan, but only to immobilize him. The POV shows this new plan to G-Man, and he seems to agree to make the whole thing work. There are also 2 names behind the tablet, and they are the YouTubers who are filming different reactions to the Skibidi Zombie Universe episodes. Funnily enough, the nickname Ahoy is the password for the tablet, and the name JGray is the one that the POV uses to play Minecraft on this very tablet. Also, if you will look closely at this particular moment, just a second before the messages appeared on the tablet, there will be some sort of static where an image appeared, and it looks a lot like the face of the plague doctor with a big bird beak. It's unclear, though, how his picture got to be on the tablet. But what if it wasn't the TV woman who sent these messages, but the doctor himself? In episode 66 of the original series, there was something similar to it, when a secret agent appeared on the tablet for a second, and as you know, it was him who actually sent that photo. What if the same thing happened here, and this message is actually fake? Maybe the plague doctor is trying to lure us into some kind of a trap, and on behalf of the TV woman asking us not to destroy the Titan. Just think about it, guys. How can G-Man immobilize him? It's a huge monster with great power, and the only way to defeat him is to destroy him for good. And by the way, it's worth mentioning that Monster Up has also sent me this file himself, in which you can only see the image from the tablet, and please pay some of your attention to that fact that the message was originally sent by TV Man, and after that the sender's name has been changed. I actually think that this is yet another clue to how the message was sent by the Plague Doctor in person, who mistakenly mixed up the names. Well, G-Man gets to work now and beats the Titan with his steel head, and after that, in the style of the legendary boxer named Muhammad Ali, he manages to repel several zombie attacks. Two drunk guys start waving their arms, but G-Man turns out to be much stronger than he seemed to be before, and he even manages to catch two of the missiles flying right at him just with his bare hands. By the way, at this moment, the inscription X-18 can be seen on his shoulder once again. It seems like the Blood almost won this battle, but at the last moment, the zombie Titan attacked him from his core. The problems do not end just in there. The POV then raises his head, and you see how the main barrier protecting the headquarters has collapsed, and a huge army of monsters is ready to destroy everyone who gets in their way. And oh god, it looks insanely beautiful. It's time to get out of here ASAP, and when the POV turns around, you see a familiar bald toilet. There are several inscriptions on the wall behind it, one of which is the nickname of another guy who makes reactions to the series, and the second is the name of the author of Skibidi Zombie Universe, which is Monster Up himself. There is also a poster depicting Titan Drillman, and you can see how he's being called a traitor here. You have already heard my theory many times, that the actions of Skibidi Zombie take place long after the events of the Skibidi multiverse by Dom Studio, which means that in the distant past, this Titan somehow betrayed the Alliance, which is why he was put on the wanted list. And in case some of you guys haven't seen the Dom Studios Multiverse latest episodes, here's what actually happened to Titan Drillman, who's being called a traitor in this poster. In the course of the plot of Multiverse series, Titan Drillman had been convinced by the Alpha, who turned out to be the head of the Skibidi army, that it was some of the Alliance's forces that were responsible for the destruction of the race of Drillmen. So, right at the moment, the enraged Drillman is fighting with his former friends and comrades, as he believes that they are his enemies now. And that's why he was called to be a traitor by Monster Up here, as a form of reference to Dom Studios' series. Okay, the bald head toilet is going to get destroyed by the zombie, but the POV saves his brother and throws the mutant far away using two of his legs. I think that the POV decided to return this toilet a favor, because he was also the one who once saved the POV's ass in episode 3. And in fact, it seems pretty strange to me how the POV constantly risks his life for him. Think for yourself, guys. Right now, he could have used the jetpack and flown to a safe place, but he chose to take the risk and get down instead. For some reason, this toilet with the bald head seems to be pretty important for the POV, and I think it's not as simple as it looks at first sight. I would like to hear your own theories in the comments about this toilet and why the POV is constantly saving him. Okay, another zombie is on the way now, but we are dealing with him successfully thanks to Jetpack, turning his face into a hot dish for dinner. And by the way, there is also an inscription chatterbox on it, and this is the name of a famous YouTuber who makes videos about Skibidi Zombie. And under it you can also see several logos, one of which is glasses from the famous Memothug Life. If you stop the video at the moment when the POV brings the jetpack closer, then you will see a small text that at first convincingly asks you not to read it, but if you do it anyway, you will get a small hint here right in this place. It says that the virus is actually an artificial intelligence that chooses when to turn a person into a zombie. Damn it! And in case you still didn't catch it, this actually explains why exactly the cameraman from the 6th episode had been turning into a zombie for such a long time. For example, if you will take the Astro Toilet, then it would turn out that he was infected in the 5th episode and then got turned into a zombie already in the 6th. But it took much longer for the cameraman to do this. And it occurs that the virus was specifically waiting for the poor guy to get inside the headquarters apartments, and only after that it completely gained control of him. I think that this virus is completely controlled by the Plague Doctor, and it was he who created it, so that the cameraman did not immediately become a zombie. Well, a rescue ship has already arrived for us, and you can notice 2 more Monster Up inscriptions on the walls. It's time to fly away from this cursed place, and along the way we meet the Plague Doctor. He says something, but what exactly is impossible to say. Just listen for it yourselves. If you have any theories about what this dude has said, then be sure to write it in the comments below, because I'll be very interested to read them. The freak evaporates afterwards, and another zombie appears behind him. But fortunately, our legs are faster than his, and we manage to get rid of the chase. Here we are already greeted by TV Woman, 3 cameramen, and 2 Skibidi toilets, one of whom wears headphones. These guys' height is very low, so I will call them Lil Toilets from now on. I hope you don't mind. The ship takes off, and at the top you see an inscription about aircraft repairs. And for this, we will have to turn to Extra Also. And perhaps you already know that this is also the nickname of a popular YouTuber filming reactions. The episode ends with the Plague Doctor standing motionless and looking right at you, with a large number of zombies running past him. And this once again proves that he is the one at the head of the virus. And that was all for today. Don't forget to write in the comments below your own theories about the Plague Doctor. And also, be sure to subscribe to my channel not to miss anything interesting. And that was me, Isotoilet. See ya!